Clifton, and I'm a marriage and family therapist. I'm starting out a new channel on YouTube, and I want to make this channel a resource for mental health. I want this to be a place where people who are struggling with mental health can come and get information, get education on various mental health topics. I will be presenting mental health topics hopefully on a weekly basis, and I figured that the first place to start would be, and the best place to start would be discussing how to find a mental health therapist. How do you go about doing it? So today in this video, I'm going to be talking about all the different ways of finding a therapist. So let's get started. So what is a mental health therapist? What's an MFT? Well, MFT, which is a 3-letter abbreviation, MFT is marriage and family therapist. In addition to MFT, there's a few other credentials that you want to look for. There's MFT, there's LCSW, there is PsyD, PhD, all those kind of acronyms that you see behind people's names. Those are all acronyms that kind of deal with therapy, that deal with talking to people, that work with providing therapy of some sort. So when you're first kind of going out there and you're looking for help, or you're looking to get therapy of any kind, look for the different abbreviations behind a person's name. Those are important. That kind of indicates that the people who you're reaching out to have had the education that in the proper area. For marriage and family therapists, we have to be a master's level. So that means you've completed undergraduate work, and then you are doing master's level work. And that in addition to even getting fully licensed, we need to complete at least 3,000 hours talking to people on a one-on-one, family, whatever. So we're really well trained in our relationships. We provide diagnoses for different issues. We work with, some therapists work with couples, some therapists work with individuals, children, you name it. So it's kind of a range for many on what the area is that they're honing in. So, looking for the right credential behind the name is key to making sure that you're just not picking anyone off the street and talking to them, because you want somebody who's trained in this area, who has a good understanding about mental health. Because let's be real, right? We all have struggles, and having somebody who may not be properly trained can actually be a detriment to you and to your well-being. So marriage and family therapists, which is what I am, we are therapists, and we primarily do talk therapy. A lot of this kind of communication, the back and forth that we are doing is talking to people. And then in addition to talking to people, can help you kind of reach out to other health professionals. So if you're struggling, let's say with depression, and that we feel that there needs to be a greater assessment that needs to be done for you, we will, our job's also to recognize that in you, and also kind of recommend and work with other professionals in the area to get you the help you need. You're at the point where you're ready to get started. You want help, you want to get started with therapy, but where do you start? Well, first and foremost, you can start asking around. Ask your neighbors, ask your friends, ask your parents, whomever. See if they have anybody that they can recommend, because the best thing to do is ask other fellow people who might have had experience in therapy, because they can vouch personally for the person, or they know whether the person they're recommending was good for them or not. So starting with a referral is the best thing. Now, I know sometimes, therapy can be a tricky thing, and, we're nervous about talking to people about it, and it's scary. So if you don't want to talk to people about it or mention it to people, or you're embarrassed to talk about it, the next best thing to go to would be everybody's best friend, and that's Google. So Google is amazing. Google will basically give you an outline or a list of all the different therapists, higher ranking. And the way Google works is they use SEO. So they will basically rank the most popular, most searched upon, most up-to-date therapists first and foremost. So look on Google, go down the list, see what the different therapists are available in your area. See if you want to reach out to any of those. Aside from Google, the next best thing that I recommend are 2 other sites, and I will mention those referrals below. And those are Psychology Today and Good Therapy. Both of those sites are specific sites to directories tailored to the mental health field. Anyways, so you could go on Psychology Today or Good Therapy, and what's good about those sites is in order to be on listed in those sites, a lot of the therapists have to be credentialed and have to have a licensure of some sort. So, and what these sites do is before you could even list with them, they will make sure to go through the verification to ensure that the people who are being listed on their sites are really credentialed and properly vetted. So that kind of takes away some of the work that you have to do to go to make sure that whoever you're searching on Google is up to date, got the licensure. You go on Psychology Today or Good Therapy, those sites pretty much do that initial groundwork for you. So you go on Good Therapy, you go on Psychology Today, and you figure out what kind of therapist are you looking for. Try to figure out what it is that you want out of therapy. Are you looking for someone who's going to be very proactive and is going to be giving you homework and holding you accountable? Or are you looking for somebody who's going to be more nurturing and who really just need a place where you could listen to? Figure out what amount you're willing to pay, because we all have different fees that we charge. We don't all have the same fee structure. Do you want to use insurance? Because that's going to make an impact on who you see too, because there are some therapists out there who just do direct pay or cash only or whatever. They don't do insurance, and if you do insurance, that kind of complicates things a little bit as well. So come to your own decision of what you're willing to do, who you're willing to see. How far are you willing to drive to come and see us? Are you willing to drive 20 minutes? Are you willing to only go 5 to 10? That's all going to make a difference as well. Do you want a male or a female therapist? Do you want a therapist who, do you care what the room looks like? All those things are factors to you. And I encourage you to ask and be open, and don't be afraid to question that person. So upon doing a search from Psychology Today or Google or wherever your choice is, I recommend choosing 4 therapists that you're going to be initially thinking of contacting. And why do I say 4? Well, all those prior things that I mentioned, because depending on whether your therapist is able to provide the help with direct pay, or whether it's a male or female, then that kind of narrows your search a bit. So let's say you got four people. You went down the list, you got 4 people that you saw that you're interested in contacting. Well, okay, do the next thing. Pick up the phone, call them. The likelihood of us picking up the phone when you ring is not very likely. A lot of therapists are busy. They're seeing clients. They're probably in session. So be prepared to leave a message, which is actually easier for you because you don't have to sit there and talk to a complete stranger about your problems. So be prepared to leave a message. Leave a message with the best time for us to call you back, because that's important too, right? We want to avoid playing the phone tag. That only amplifies the anxiety of reaching out to one of us. And remember, we therapists are people too, right? We're probably just as a little nervous to see new clients as you are to see us. I've had some clients who are coming in to see me who are just as nervous to be coming in to me as they are to see a dentist. And I want to kind of debunk that and say that, it's just talking. We're going to be okay. And I try to make sure that the clients that I see are comfortable with that. We're not going to do anything that's going to be too painful at first. And hopefully that relationship is key. So finding that person that you can work with, that you can be comfortable, is probably the most important piece to getting the help that you need. You want someone who's going to be open to your needs and be receptive to what you need in the help that you need, right? You want somebody who is going to be willing to listen to you and who's going to be open to reevaluating your goals. And the other thing I want to encourage you to do from the personal standpoint is also think about what are your goals for therapy. Are you looking to, be more social? Are you looking to work through some of those self-esteem issues that you had as a child, and now they're kind of coming up to you and you're seeing them revisit you as an adult? So figure out what your goals are. Coming into therapy and telling the therapist right off the bat, these are my goals, is the best thing you can do for yourself, because let's face it, that cuts the groundwork, right? We know where to start. We can get started on working on those self-esteem issues. So you get the 3 to 4 therapists, you call us up, the research is done, you come and you see us, right? Well, let me take a step back. Most likely you'll have a phone conversation with one of us, right? The phone conversation is usually going to be a two-way screening process. You have the ability to screen me as the clinician or the therapist as they have the ability to screen you. You want to make sure that this person has every skill that they need to help you with whatever you're looking for the help to be. So it's important for this person to be educated, to have that experience in what you're looking for in getting the help in. So be okay with asking the therapist question. So, okay, you talk to them on the phone, you found one that you want to meet. You go in, first visit, okay? I want to encourage you that, even after the first visit, if there's something that's not working or you're feeling that this is not going to be the right fit, it's okay for you to pull out and say, let me think about this, or, let me do my homework. Let me kind of see who else is out there. You are in charge of your own help here, your own mental help, and not finding the right person to work with can be not productive for you to get the help that you need. So it's important for you to realize that the person that you're working with is going to be able to be that resource that you need from them. So you first visit, okay? The first visit is often very interesting. It's the first few minutes, and depending on how other therapists do, but they usually go over different informed consents, different paperwork that you have to fill out, kind of similar to a doctor's office when you first go in. They kind of have you fill out a bunch of stuff. So similar to this, you fill out paperwork, and then the session gets started, and then the dialogue happens, and you either like how it's going, you like what you're doing, or you feel like this is not the right place for me, and I'm gonna have to go back and hit up my old friend Google and see who else I can find on the list. The whole intention of this is for me to empower the clients out there who are looking for mental health, and to get people to not be scared of reaching out for the help that you need. I want to make this as less intimidating as possible, and for the audience to understand that it's okay to even reach out for a helping professional. That's what we're here for. That's what we go to school for. So if you have any questions, if you have any anything you want to ask, feel free to leave your comments below. If you have any experiences you like to share about your therapy, leave your comments below as well. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and subscribe to my channel if you found this video to be informative.